Okay, so today we are going to practice our clay mask with Play-Doh. And obviously this is going to be a mini mask, and it's going to be small and tiny, and we're just going to make our plans and our ideas out, okay? So the first thing is that you're going to want pieces attached to your mask. So I'm going to pull off a little bit of my Play-Doh, and then I'm stuck with about as much as my hand can hold. Okay, so most mask shapes, you can either do like a sphere, which is like a ball, or like an ovally shape, that, and we're gonna flatten it, okay? Now, when creating your mask, you're gonna want pieces to come outwards and some things to dig in. So the first thing is that I always say it's easier to attach your biggest pieces first, and then you can go outwards. So remember, this shape does not have to be perfect, because you can always go through next week and with paintbrushes and tools define it. But I just want you to get your general shape, whether that's going to be an oval or a circle or whatever shape mask you kind of want. So I'm going to just show you some examples. One thing is you might want to start with adding things on. So something I know that I want to stick out in my mask is I want my nose. So I'm going to practice sculpting different kinds of noses and shapes. You can do triangles and different shapes like that, but that's something I know I definitely want to attach. Now, this week with Play-Doh, obviously, we do not need to slip and score things to attach them, because we're just practicing. We're practicing building these shapes. We're practicing making what we like. It is a practice day. However, next week, before I would attach this nose, I can't just press it on like that. It will not stay. We need to basically glue it. So remember, those score marks are just like little tiny lines on the back, and then you would add 1 finger of water, smush it on. Practice putting those score marks on so that you are in the habits, of attaching pieces that way. All right, and remember, yes, I see this thick line this week, but guess what? Next week, when you have water and real clay, you can smooth it out, and it'll be a nice, smooth attachment of a nose, okay? So first things first, you want to do all the things you're going to attach. So I'm going to probably attach some eyebrows too, because I kind of want a cool looking mask. Maybe I want like a Dia de los. We just did Day of the Dead. Maybe I'll do that. All right. Now, did I attach those correctly? No, I'm not getting in the habit, because, whoops, I forgot. I still want to score those on the back, and I want to score them where they attach. It's really easy to just press down clay without forgetting, scoring, pretending to add water, and slipping onto the back so that they stay. I want you to really practice those score marks. I'm just pretending. Pretend to add some water, so that way next week you don't forget. All right. So what else do I want to maybe stand out? I got a nose, and I have 2 eyebrows, probably the lips, maybe some cheeks. So once again, I'm just going to practice these tiny little details with these tiny little pieces. It will be easier next week when you have big pieces of clay to mold and sculpt. But for right now, like I said, we're just going to get our ideas down. Practice. Okay, I like the shape of that. Practice your scoring. And your pretend slipping. So that way, next week when you make your real beautiful clay, you're ready to go. All right, I'm cool with that. That's basic things. I got eyebrows, I got a nose and mouth. Maybe I want to add some ears later, but I'm going to start on my eyes. So you can start, I'm like little marker caps this week if you want like perfect circles, but I think those kind of look a little bit odd. So I'm going to kind of edge it out. All right, so some parts of your mask, you're going to want to make deeper. So I'm going to kind of cut out some pieces of my eye. Like I said, today is just a practice day. Get your ideas, see what kind of mask you want. You might not even want a person. Remember, this is supposed to be an expression for you. So see, now I have like these nice thick eyes. They go deep in your face. Basically just some holes over there. Maybe I want to add some pupils in there, so I'll make some little balls, spheres, slip, or push down. Slip, push down. Highlights. All right. So the big thing is this week while you're practicing that you're just going to practice some texture on some areas. You're going to practice those slips and scores. You're going to practice attaching pieces. You're going to practice sculpting the shapes. All right. So lots of things to practice and make up your mind of how you want your mask to look. And like I said, it's good. I know it's little, but, and then like I said too, if you don't like the shape of this, guess what? You can kind of make some high cheekbones over there. You can always change it. You can add some crazy hairs, but remember, practice the score marks. Please practice the score marks this week. Plan out however you want your mask done in like layers. So try to get the big major things done and then go ahead. And that's when you work on the details. You'll work on smoothing it out because you only have 1 week, 1 class period to do them. All of those would fall off because I didn't slip or score any of them. Push them down in. There we go. Ta-da! It's just a start. Just a practice.